The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 14, Nasdaq's up 4, S&P's a flat, gold contracts down $1.90 at $12.53 an ounce. You get silver down 4 cents, $17.09 an ounce. Platinum is flat, $9.45 an ounce. Copper, $2.58. Light sweet crude, $51.46 a barrel, flat. Oil numbers today.
10:30, you got it?
10:30. Fast move from 45 to 51, right?
I know, right?
Notes, 10-year note, flat, 125.28. 30-year bond up 2 ticks, 153.11. Good old King dollar down 64 ticks, 97.200. Euros at 111 to the U.S. dollar. Yen is at 111.5 to the U.S. dollar. And we get the Fed minutes at 2 o'clock today.
We'll see what they had to say in their May meeting.
Yeah. See how fast the rates, short-term rates, are going to go up. And if they're going to do anything about that balance sheet it is.
Definitely.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, as we do each and every day. And don't forget, folks, Kevin, Scott, TD Ameritrade swim lessons, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, every trading day right here at TFNN. No matter where you're listening right now, remember you can get it 24 hours a day right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. Now, as you're coming over to TFNN, folks, you'll see the TD Ameritrade banner on the top. You can hit that banner. You can bring up the platform. You'll see how dynamic this platform is. You can trade with paper money. You can follow Scott. You can follow Kevin and see how these options trade and learn options upside down. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. What does Janet have in store for us today?
I know.
Right now, there's about an 83% chance that they're going to move up a quarter in June. What can she do to change that?
Hey, exactly. You know,
right?
And it's like, okay, you get the beginning of the summer trading. I mean, this is Memorial Day, right? This is it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what, and really, what we talk about on swim lessons is just what you're talking about there, Tom. Traders should be looking 30 to 60 days ahead.
Yes.
Right? You should be making your plans for a mid-July trade right now as we get to the end of May. That's where you should be looking for opportunities. So, absolutely. That's what we're trying to gear everyone up for. You should be looking ahead. I mean, today's news, we're 83%. What's she going to say that's going to really change anything? That said, it's very rare, Tom, that I look up at the board and I see E-minis unchanged with zero net change.
And we're at highs. This is where it always gets intriguing. It's like, okay, we've been up here 4 times since March 1st.
Sure.
And we haven't backed off much anyway. You know, even the downdrafts. I mean, I guess you could say when we went down on March 27th, it got down kind of low. But other than that, you know, this thing has been hanging out here up at these highs. So, you know, either make it or break it, right?
10-year yields got down just under 2.2 very briefly a couple days ago, and now they're, 2.28. So what's she going to say? You know, we got an oil number. Tommy was right. We got an oil number coming out here in about 19 minutes. That should give us a little indication, maybe stop some of the rhetoric that's going on in the oil market. That's actually a real number that we can trade off of. So, all in all, Tom, you're exactly right. We're waiting for 2 o'clock Eastern time to see if anything moves this market.
And, there's... And, of course, folks, what happens is that we're all looking for something to move the market.
Right. Something we can sink our teeth into, right? Trade.
Exactly. Well, that's what makes it so great, I guess, And the aspect, folks, when you're listening to Kevin and Scott's show, and this is so important because, Kevin, you had stopped bringing this up a couple months ago that we were coming up until summer. And, like, on some of the Apple trades, you really could start looking out till September or October.
Sure.
Buying cheap. What we did in our paper money trade here is we bought inexpensive October volatility, and then we're selling summer against it.
Right.
Preparing ourselves using SATA. If we get a volatility pop, it's even better. But between then, we're going to be extending duration by rolling our short strangle down the page as summer goes on. So
how cool was that?
Yeah.
And you know what's so cool about that? Even when you were doing that too, and you're setting it up, the volatility was low anyway, and it's like, okay, is it going to stay low forever? We know you never can predict things in market. You have speculation on it, but the probability of that is very small. I mean,
just last week we're almost down 400. I think it was yesterday or today. A week ago. Right.
Right.
Right. And now here we sit right back at 1078.
Exactly.
So,
like it never happened. Sure.
But low volatility gives you an opportunity too, guys.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's the way you got to think of it. When you're, what do they tell you, Tom? If you're drowning in the ocean and the waves are pulling you out to sea, what do they tell you? Go with it.
Oh, listen.
Right? Don't try to fight the waves. Go with them. That's what we're trying to do.
When that, I hadn't done an option trade in the newsletter for a long time, Kevin, right? And my daily newsletter. And what had happened is that when we were talking about that 9.9 VIX, I did one because the option cost nothing. I mean, it was like, you give me a break, man. And I was lucky enough that I got the downdraft and closed it. It was like, okay, that's it. But it was that intriguing. I said, okay, what are the odds of this? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. You always got to be looking for the best trade and the opportunistic trade. And low volatility, I don't think it's void of opportunity.
Right.
I really don't. I think it's an opportunity as long as you understand the right strategy. And that's what we try to do. We try to take the right strategy and apply it to the right situation.
No doubt. Right here, folks, every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. You're going to get a great show. Check out the TD Ameritrade platform. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show at noon.
Have a great day, guys.
You too. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. And, we're going to be up with the oil numbers.
15 minutes, that's right.
Dow Industrial's up 23, NASDAQ up 4, S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 25. You get the Nasdaq up 5. S&Ps are flat. Let's go over to the Nadex platform, see what's going on inside this oil market. So we get oil numbers coming out at 10:30.
Sure. So we're jumping around here. We get the July contract up, right? We're trading about 51.50 right on the dot. So at first glance, we pull the 11 a.m.s up. 51.25 is going to be what we could choose. So maybe if you were a little bit bullish, that might be nice, as in the 51.25, the one to the bullish side is going to have, I'm just lining them both up, but the one to the bullish side, right, is going to have all that value. So that's going to be the expensive one of almost $32. And then on the reverse side, the bearish one's going to be all premium because it's 25 cents out of the money until you get any value. So let's jump around 12 o'clock.
Yeah, because I'm actually a little bearish here. Because I like how oils come right up to ice.
Just walking through how we go through. So 12 o'clock, they do line up actually almost to the penny now. We're at 51.48, 2 pennies off, but there is 51.50. So 51.50 to the positive. That one's to the negative, excuse me. 51.50 to the positive. So our short one's going to be on the left, down to $50 square, and the positive one up to $53. We're buying there. Looks like we're paying about $20 on each one. 22. So 42.
Yeah.
So 42 pennies away from where we're trading at basically right now. We're 1 penny away from where we are. And let's just jump around for the daily and see. So here's what's interesting. So that was the 12 o'clocks.
Yeah.
The 230s line up the same exact way, 51.50.
Okay.
Except these are $3 spreads.
Yeah.
And let's see what kind of premium you're going to get for, this is going to be our bearish one, down to 48.50. It's going to be our bullish one. So you're going to have $3 of potential movement, and you're going to have until 2:30. So let's see what kind of premium they're going to make us pay.
Yeah, this is cool, setting it up this way, seeing what the difference is.
So not too dramatic. You're looking at 53. 53 cents instead of about 43. You have 2.5 extra hours.
Yeah.
And you have profit potential past, $3 instead of $1.50. Are you realistically going to get more than $1.50 move in a day? Maybe not, but guess what? Today there's numbers, right? And you got OPEC meeting tomorrow, I believe, in Vienna.
And you get the Fed numbers coming out of it too. The Fed minutes.
For sure.
That's interesting here. So let's take a look at this. Let me do this contract for a second. So July contract, I believe, right?
We are in, yes.
Okay.
So you're a little bit delayed here. That's the only reason we're a few pennies off, but 51.50, 51.49 is where the live contract is right now.
Yeah, so this one here, okay, so yeah, there's still not enough movement to the downside. I mean, I suspect this wants to come down to like 51.20, but that's still only 30 cents.
Sure.
See, 50.75 from 2 days ago has a spike, but yeah, that's not enough movement. We'll see where this shakes out, but that's not going to be enough because that's 30. Yeah, none of them right now, if I'm looking at that, would get us in the money.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need at least probably 40 to 50 cents a movement, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The 11 o'clock was 40 cents a movement, and that was...
Yeah. Now, this is going both sides, too.
Right.
That's where, and that's why you need 40 cents, because you're going both sides, as in either way.
That's right. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Okay, so let's just look at a short position then. That's interesting. Not that I like the volatility more.
So, and that's why I pointed out, because when you just go short, on the bearish side for the full day $3 one, you're looking at 27 now. But granted, you have 2 pennies of actual value there and about 25 pennies of premium, right? Those are the 230.
That's right. That's what you're paying for. Okay.
So here's the 12.
Yeah.
That one gets tightened up even more. You're going to be paying, 22.
Yeah.
Instead of the 27. So again, you're going to have $1.50 to the downside until noon. And then jumping around, let's go back to those 10 o'clocks even. 11 o'clocks. So 51.50. So you could do, this trade's interesting, right?
Yeah, look at that.
Barely any premium because you're risking 1 to make 2.
Okay.
So market's at 51.50. You're selling it at 51.48. There's your 2 cents. And in fairness, there's actually the only premium is the spread.
Wow, look at that. So now that's 51.
You have 50 cents to the positive side,
Yep.
which is your risk, and you have $1 to the downside, which is your profit
Boy,
potential.
that's a nice setup there.
It is. I mean, the market's basically saying that by
not gonna move,
by
huh?
11 o'clock,
Yeah.
50 cents to the upside of loss potential is
Right.
almost good enough to offset your 50 cents to the downside for profit potential.
Right.
So it's not going to make you pay a lot of premium for that risk in one to make two, because realistically, how often are you going to get a dollar of movement? But I mean, yeah, it's true. That's not a lot of premium because
No.
we know how these numbers can move it.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There we go.
I'm gonna pass on that, but I like that setup right there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're bearish,
Yeah, that's the set. That would be the
why
trade.
not get in at 2 ticks away from the market with risk in one to make two,
Right.
right?
Right.
No, limited
totally.
downside, risking
Yep.
50 cents to make a dollar for every contract, risking
Right.
$50 to make 100, essentially.
Right. Yeah. And now we're getting some movement. You're at 51.58 right now.
Yeah, what's great is you have 5.5 minutes until the news, and this is where it really even makes the risk reward even better. Right now we're at 51.59.
Yeah.
And you can see how this is going to get in 55s. Now we're paying about 4 pennies, right?
Yep.
But we're paying 4 pennies for risking 45 to make 105 now. It's getting even more,
yeah,
right?
that just brought
And boom, here we go again. Now we're risking 44. We're just, that's from a risk reward basis. That's it goes quickly. As in, if you got down to 40, you're risking 40 to make 110. That's almost a risk in one to make 3.
Exactly.
It goes quick, right?
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the broad market here. So you have the Dow Industrials right now are up 35, Nasdaq's up 9, S&Ps are up 1.5. S&Ps are having a hard time catching a bid out here. If we look inside the Dow, the strength versus the weakness, strength out here today is Boeing. That's putting 10 points into it. Goldman's putting 9. Caterpillar's putting 5. Taken away from it is Home Depot down 4, putting 4 negative. Verizon putting 2. Apple putting 2. Inside the NDX 100, the mover out here is Intuit Software. That's up 7.9%. That's quite a. Look at that. Wonder what that's all about. Let's go see what that's all
They could
about.
have come out with their numbers, I'm guessing, maybe.
Wow.
No?
Yeah, well, we'll find out. Sales beat consensus, yeah. So is on earnings outlook. Look at so their sales. The estimate was $3.87. They made $3.90. It's not a huge deal, but there's something bigger in there, man. I guess year sales they saw 5 to 5.1 billion. Now they see 5.13 billion to 5.135 billion. That's quite a. Third quarter revenue up 10%, I guess. Okay. Reports third quarter revenue up 10%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have a revenue beat no matter what, right? They have an earnings per share beat,
Yeah.
and they adjusted the fourth quarter 16 to 18 as opposed to just 16.
Look at that move, though.
Definitely.
What you're looking at, folks, is that Intuit was trading at 115 April 25th.
That would have been a nice option trade. Maybe they
Holy
talked about that on Swim Lessons. I don't know.
Unreal.
Seriously.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials up 35, Nasdaq up 9, S&P's up 1. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's take a look. So crude inventories fell 4.43 million barrels.
We'll jump over to the Nadex platform. Let's see where that's rocking. I'm not sure what the estimate was. Come on. Trading higher.
Yep. 51.70 right now.
Yeah, so 51.50 was our point that we were at.
Right.
So about 20 cents away from where we're at. We got a spike higher right about 51.80 off right as the news broke. But yeah, only 20 cents about a movement to the upside as well. We're looking to the downside as well. But we'll see where that shakes out. Nothing too drastic. 25 cents above where it was trading at. Yeah, it looks like distillate inventories fell 485,000. Gas inventories fell 787. And then some kind of take that they'll maybe please the people in Vienna.
And then fuel demand rose 2.14% in the past 4 weeks. Ethanol stockpiles fell 3.1%.
Summer driving season, fuel, right?
Right. No doubt. So let's just go back to this for a second, because this has been.
And it is saying the top one that it came in far beyond just one final, because that was last week's screw draw came in far beyond expectations. So they weren't expecting that kind of a draw. We'll get the median estimate, but either way.
And this thing is moving.
Oops. Come on. Yeah, so now 51.80, still only 27 cents away from where we're at, you know.
Right. Still not enough.
No.
In that volatility trade, right?
No, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me pull up the XLE for a second and see what that's. Okay, so that hasn't moved either. Oh boy, these markets are like flat, man. This is pretty wild. And the XLE's got killed. I mean, the XLE's down from 78 to 68.
Sure.
Exxon Mobil. You think that if this oil would stay up from the same with Exxon. Exxon's down from what, 92? You're at 82.
They're missing Rex Tillerson, I guess, man.
Yeah, seriously, right? You know, and Chevron. Well,
no, I joke. But hey, who knows, right?
Chevron is down from.
They're all down, so it's not
a buck 18 to 106.
Yeah.
The intriguing part is that you have oil catching a bid, and
yeah, I mean, you look at the rise.
They're not moving.
From 44 to 51, 50, 52 almost. That doesn't reflect on those oil charts, the companies.
It doesn't. Now, this one we're bringing up right now, that's going to be...
it's delayed, so it's before the news, sure.
Yeah, so I just want to see where this...
Where that high is?
Yeah, where this is spiking into. What do you say, 5170 we're up at?
5180 we're at now.
5180, so... Yeah, it's already into... See, there's two different downdrafts in oil that are pretty dramatic. March 8th, we went from 54.10 to 51.37.
There's your almost $3 a movement as we talk about the potential for those $3 spreads, right? You pay very little premium and occasionally...
Yeah, you get the hit.
Right.
That it goes down to $48 on the 27th of March. Then there's an amazing counter-trend bounce up to 54. And then there's the next downdraft. See, I like selling against those downdrafts. I'm glad I didn't now because it's into it.
Sure.
But there's another almost.
That's $2.50, right? And just even checking out how big is this bar? Come on. 48.11 to 45.67, about $2.50.
And the bottom is too.
This bar going from low.
47.40.
Almost $3 from high to low.
Right.
I mean, that's not a lot of bars. We're only going back to March 8th, 2.5 months, and we just pulled 4 or 5 bars out of those trading days where you got $3 a movement in a single day.
Right.
Not bad.
It's intense.
Yeah.
No doubt. So it just shows that those numbers do come across. Look at this. Pull them right back. 5170. We hit, looks like 5180.
Yeah, just about 5180, yeah.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over to the dollar. So it's going to be intriguing watching the dollar, folks, when the Fed minutes come out at 2 o'clock. The reason is that you had the index hit its ABC structure on the way down. You know, we actually went by it, by slightly, nothing big. But, you know, yesterday what happens is that it's like it came off the low and, you know, it had some volume. You know, it's not huge, but you had 34,000. Sure. It's like, okay, do you want to do a counter-trend bounce? And what I like about how this is set up is that fundamentally, if it's going to do it, it'll give us the information today. You know, because if the Fed minutes say that, okay, they're going to stay aggressive, you know, that means that dollar should move. And if it doesn't move, it's going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
And what we did have yesterday is that the bond, the 10-year, did have some volume on the move lower. It's almost got to its highs. You know, we had expanded to 1.6 million on the way down. Now you can make this is always a tough one because it's not that it went into lows or highs. And it's like I said. Meaning that, okay, we're pushing the high there with volume, we're pushing the low. So what I normally do is that to stay conservative, I'm saying, okay, must be pushing the low. You know, because if it's pushing the high, the reason I'm saying that is that, okay, if you're bullish, which I'm bullish on the thing, I'm going to take the opposite stance and say, no, it's pushing the low. Now it's going to prove itself again.
Sure.
You know. So today is going to be a big day on this because, you know, this baby, you know, you can say the pullback was coming into 2.4, which it was. But it's got a hold price at 125.26, and what I expect we're going to see is that we're going to see that movement at when the market sees those minutes.
Yes.
And what is going to be
something?
What is going to be the perception?
For sure.
Exactly. You know, the gold. You know, gold. What was interesting is that when I wasn't in front of a machine yesterday for a while, and when I first saw the numbers on gold, I said, "Oh, it's getting killed," but then when you actually looked at the chart, it really didn't get killed, you know. I mean, now this is where the difference would be. I would say gold did push into that swing high, because the last swing high, when you look at it, is 1261 on the 17th, 1265 on the 18th, 1262 on the 22nd, 23rd, and then 1263 yesterday.
Yep.
Now, it's back down today with lower volume, and thus far has rejected lower price. Let's go to our man Mike in Somerville. Hey, what's going on, Mike?
There's my boys. You must have missed me. I haven't talked to you guys for at least a week and a half
We
now.
definitely missed you. The whole country, the whole world missed you, man. I'm not kidding.
I've been busy.
That's a beautiful thing. That we like that.
That's busy's good.
Yeah, busy is good, man.
And hopefully in about another 2 weeks I can tell you what. But Tom, you know what? You know why I can't tell you? Because we never count our chickens before they hatch.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
So hopefully in another 3 weeks or a month or so, I can tell you what I was busy with, and it'll be. We'll see what it is.
Get it done. Get it taken care of. There you go.
That's beautiful, man.
All right, guys. Listen, I just pushed the button on the small caps for the weekly. Tell me what I did. Tell me if I did good.
Okay.
I like that trade.
I went for the 1380, Tommy. I went for the 1380. I just pushed the button about 3 minutes ago before I called you.
Okay.
Okay, so we got it up here right now. So 1380, it's trading at about 60 by 66, 59 by 66. And Mike, what were you doing? Were you selling this?
The binary, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
I did the most. I did 3 contracts, guys. This is a big one for me. This is a big one.
Okay, we'll pull it up when we get back. We got it right here. The small cap, June 1380 for the weekly, expiring Friday at 4:15. You got 2 full days and today.
Nice.
Definitely.
All right.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 36. Nasdaq's up 10. S&Ps are up 1.5. We're talking with our man Mike from Somerville. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner right on the top of the side. Hit it, bring up the platform. You can walk along with us. excuse me, folks, as we trade these defined option contracts. Mike has the weekly 1380. What's pretty cool, Mike, is that that was down at that level today too. So I think you're gonna get, when Yellen comes out and the Fed comes out with these numbers at 2, I suspect we're gonna get some volatility in this market, man.
Wow, I didn't even know that was happening. That's how busy I've been, buddy. I didn't even know that was happening today.
Well, you got 3 days of volatility. You knew that, hopefully.
There you go. You're right.
So you're about 5. We pulled it up. So here's the Russell right here, right? We're looking at the June contract. So we have the weekly up here expiring in 2 days, 5 hours, right? Basically Friday. And just pulling it down. These are some of the other weeklies that line up here. And so Mike's got the 1380. So he had sold it probably at about 60, I think it was at, and selling it at 60. You're risking about 40 to make 60 on that, Mike? Risking like 40 for, hopefully it expires for a full value of 100?
All right, Tommy, when I did it, it said 50, I was going to lose 55 if I lost. You know what I mean? When it was red, the 55 was red. So my maximum
so
loss
maybe
was
it's crept up a lot, where he got it closer to almost 1380 probably.
Okay.
That's all. So yeah, that makes sense,
Oh
Mike.
no, you're right. It was 1384 when I did the 1380. That's what it was.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
We'll see what happens. You got 3 days, man.
I'm a weekly guy.
I know you
Yeah,
are.
no, listen, those weeklies, they seem to, that's time is.
Yeah, and when you're only talking about 6 points away from
Right.
where the market is over 3 days, you're probably going to get that kind of movement. It's just whether you may be getting it in your direction if you're trading it that way, right?
And you know what, guys? Usually, like you guys don't know that I'm only doing 1. So when you're doing 3 and it gets like to where you want it, you can sell it now. You know what I mean? Whereas before I kind of had to wait till the end because I wanted
Or
to
even
get
you
the
could
whole
sell
100,
2 of them, Mike, and let 1 run, right? Or you could,
There you go. There you go. Exactly. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
And,
awesome.
And listen, we'll take a look at these this afternoon, too, because the way that, I think you got this thing in the sweet spot, man. I mean, the small caps, what they're also doing here, if I bring up the future, what the small caps are doing right now, folks, is that they're right into, let me pull this up. We'll take a look at this future. So, the downdraft that we had on the 17th, the top of that downdraft is 1385.70. We're right into it. It got above it today. Right now it's below it slightly. So, if you don't get this today, Mike, what you want at the close of today is you want to close below 1385.70, because that would be the test of the downdraft. And thus far, it'd be harder to tell we're going to get the volume yet or not, but I suspect it's going to be lighter volume than the downdraft, because the downdraft was vicious. So if we
listen, that's what I like about Tommy. He's always the voice of reason. I say this, and he goes, "Mike, you can still sell too." Thank you, Tommy.
Definitely.
Oh, it's important. Yeah,
We've seen how quick it can move, man, against you in the same way, right?
Oh, that time when you guys got me out of that gold that time, that was phenomenal.
I think you got 94 cents on the dollar.
That was beautiful,
for sure.
Yeah, and I think I was going to lose if I hung until the end. So
you would have.
Oh yeah, no,
I was in his office cheering for it to make sure you would have lost, just because it made it so sweet that you take the money off the table.
And don't think I don't remember that, boys. I remember it. I appreciate it. All right, man.
Okay, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Have
Mike.
a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Bye-bye.
When you close out the trade early, it's always nice to see you actually, especially when you're not even just like taking $1 versus 2. You're taking 95 cents out of every dollar off the table.
That was huge.
And if you hadn't, you would have lost those 95 cents. Which
and think about how many more trades that pays for.
It's 1 out of 20. That's what literally that means. So if he had held till expiration on that time, right? Then that would have meant that he was wrong on that one. He would have had to be right on the next 19 trades in a row, holding 95 cents for every, just to break even for not closing out that one trade. Amazing. That's where you have to, you always say, risking 1 to make 2, risking 1 to make 3. It makes it real simple. Stay on per contract.
Right.
That case, he was risking 95 to make 5.
Right.
Do you want to do that and risk $19 for every dollar? Would you make that trade right then?
Right.
I don't think people would put up $19 hoping to make $1. When that day, I think he had gold about $8 away from his price point, and had a lot of, and it was a Friday, and that's a realistic move as it came to fruition.
It is. Yeah. There's no doubt. 877-927-6648. We were just talking with Mike. that oil contract moved around quite a bit.
It did. It jumped even. So we were at 51.50 was our price beforehand. We got the jump up to 51.80. This is a 5-minute chart we're looking at.
Yeah.
The next 5-minute bar, boom, back down to 51.35. And now ticking back within about 10 pennies to 51.50. So always have those fast triggers because, man, if we had, got to jump upside, jump downside, there's a case where actually, maybe it would have made sense to try and unload. You don't know, but there's an opportunity there.
That's right. That's right.
You might be looking for a little bit of a bigger move on either direction before you might close it out because that's only 30 cents, right? You're putting up 40, maybe 50.
Right. And that's why we didn't do the trade, really, because what had happened is that it's not that that we didn't think the movement could have been enough.
Right.
That's what it really.
And I think it speaks to how we always see it happen. But if you haven't watched it enough, the first move is not always the move in this, and especially when the draw was much bigger than they thought. So intuitively, you would say this thing is never going back below where it was at before the news came out.
Right.
Because we're already traded up 30 cents. There's way bigger draw. Prices are going up. Nope, wrong.
Right.
Pretty remarkable.
It really is because now, when you take that and push that out a little, meaning the next week and a half, that's kind of a bearish occurrence because it's like, hey, they
can't get a boost, when those numbers disappoint.
Right. Yeah. So let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market right out here today. So you get U.S. Steel's up $1. We got Ford down 17 cents. Nvidia's up 267. That thing just keeps going.
Yeah.
Lowe's is down 359. Let's go take a look.
They came out with numbers.
They missed their revenue numbers, and
so what is that saying about housing, right? I'm sure that's what people are talking about, of course.
You know what it is? It's okay. So picture you get a high out there of 86. You're at 78 right now. We put this back. Let's put this back like. This has been quite a run. 2011, it's $18, gets up to 86, and now this is going to go back into consolidation. There's a consolidation that's in here. And what's intriguing, let's go to Home Depot and take a look at Home Depot.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Can we pull up their actual numbers before?
Yeah,
I just like to see what they actually came in with as we.
Okay, so that's.
Maybe one more page.
There we go.
So they missed by earnings by 3 pennies, it looks like.
Estimate was $1.06. They came in $1.03.
There's a big one. Down, only up 1.9. They were looking for 2.6.
The sales estimates, and
go up.
I go up one, right.
Revenue of 16.86. They were looking for 16.96.
Right.
That's $100 million.
Right.
It looks tiny in that number, but that's $100 million less of revenue that they thought.
It is. And then if we take a look at their growth numbers, how this is shaking out, it went from 59 to 65 this year.
Yeah.
And they were looking for more next year, but guess what? That's going to be maybe less.
Yes, definitely.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 34, Nasdaq's up 10, S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And if we go over that oil market, man, this thing's moving around.
Yeah, but it's not. It's moved around both ways, which is now,
right.
up, down, and back around to exactly where we started from, within literally a couple pennies. 51.48. Look, we're ticking right to 51.50. So now, remember though, as we were going through, right, we were looking at potentially the noon ones,
yes,
and the 2:30 ones,
and the 11 o'clock ones.
Not to do those two. Stop, please. Those two had 51.50. That's what we kept talking about. But if we had done the 11 a.m. ones, those were the ones that were going to have actually 51.25.
Yes.
So that's where it just would have been interesting if you had made the 11 a.m. trade, right? 51.25 would have been your pivot point. You do get that first thrust. You really would have had some opportunity there where you're almost 60 cents in value.
Okay.
Right? To keep in mind where that would have been a push that maybe you would have considered taking one off.
Because I was bearish on the deal, right?
Right. And you would have had a bullish bias, just an opportunity. And it's always different how, just to keep a track of it, and that's why we jump around. 51.25 was 25 cents away from where we were trading at. But regardless, pretty interesting to be within a penny of where we were trading at before the news with the type of action.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, folks, you stay right there. We've got a lot of great programming coming up here. We've got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, next. Then we're going to Chicago for swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Of course, I'll be back this afternoon, and it's Wednesday. Okay. It's Prince Spaghetti Day in Boston.
It is. That's right. You know it.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is going to be the number as to these Fed minutes come out. And, we'll see what that can rock and roll the market. I mean, the bottom line is that, when we look at these Fed futures, that's at 100%.
I know. We got to get what's going on because there's another screen we're missing because everybody else has a different number.
I know. And that only just started a couple weeks ago.
We got to figure out because there's a different number being thrown around. And so I'm not sure of where
the 83% comes out or 80, whatever Kevin was just saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one there says 100% probability.
Yeah.
Of June 14th.
It does. Yep.
The market itself. So let's just look at this volume here for a second of where we stand. So right now, NYSE at 171. So that's light volume on the NYSE. Nasdaq. That's 453. Yeah. That has some volume. It's a different setup too. The highs in the Nasdaq is 6170. We've hit 6154 thus far. When you look at the cash S&P, we're right at it. This is wild, man. So 2400, 2405, 2401 today. Been here a long time, man.
Yeah.
March 1st.
It's pretty remarkable. I think I was saying to Basil yesterday in the program, he was doing the program with me, that it's been 6 months already since Election Day, which seems remarkable when you think about that it's driving the action for 6 straight months, and it has been since November. We're coming into June now.
Wow. That's a long.
Yeah, we'll be at a year in no time.
We will.
Which is remarkable.
And
because it seems like it just
and when you look
was yesterday, because it's all we've been talking about practically.
It is. And when you look at the cash S&P, 2125 is where we were the night of the election, and we're 2401. Big numbers, man.
Big numbers.
Big numbers. The dollar's back to where it was trading. The yen, meaning on November 8th. The yen, let's see where the yen is. November 8th. That's got a way to go. No, the yen was way down at 101. We're at 112. Euro, however, got it all back. Euro, and some. Big time. Yeah. But Euro wants higher price.
Definitely.
You stay right there, folks. Untitled Chapter's coming up next. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Dow right now is up 30. Nasdaq's up 9. S&P's flat. 2 o'clock, folks. Action. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.